Welcome, brothers and sisters, to our series, The Wisdom of the Saints. Today, we'll hear from Saint Catherine Laboure, who says, I knew nothing, I was nothing. For this reason, God picked me out. If we were asked why we're Jesus' disciples, how would we define ourselves? Most probably some of us would say, I'm a decent person, I'm fairly smart, I could be useful for the kingdom, I have many qualities and capacities. As a matter of fact, God should be happy to have me around. Because, well, who but me? Oftentimes, we're happy with our own selves, thinking that our qualities can contribute a lot for the kingdom. And that's true. But we forget one important thing. All these qualities are God's gifts. And the problem is that we claim a credit for our own selves. Just look whom God chose all throughout the history of salvation. Abraham, who was a failure. Moses, who was a stammerer. And those who are so imperfect. How about the apostles? How come Jesus didn't choose for his own disciples high priests, theologians, Pharisees, Sadducees, scribes, or even the wise people from Oxford or Cambridge or other big universities? We may think it would work much better for him because they would be more convincing and they already have the human approval and status among the wise and renowned people of this world. How about the Marian apparitions when the Blessed Virgin Mary came to 3 little children in Fatima? Juan Diego, a simple Indian in Mexico. How about Saint Bernadette Soubirous, an illiterate girl in Lourdes, France, and many other examples? They were chosen by the Lord because they would not steal His glory. They would not claim the credit. They would refer everything back to God, saying, that's His unmerited gift for me. And that's why they were overjoyed and grateful and willing to collaborate. When we are humble, as the Blessed Virgin Mary says in her song Magnificat, He looked upon the humiliation of His servant. When we are little, unpretentious, small, then God can grant us many gifts, knowing we will not claim them for our own selves, for our own glory, thinking it is because of our own moral and personal qualities. The other way around, our moral qualities, things that come out of us, are God's gifts. It's our collaboration. But first is God's gift of grace for us. Look how many gifts God is able to pour upon us if we were humble, if we were to look at ourselves with the eyes of simplicity, humility, saying we're so imperfect, so weak, so fragile. Everything that I'm receiving is God's gift. I'm really amazed. If we were convinced about that, we would be receiving many blessings, even charisms, unique missions God would assign to us for edification of His kingdom. Let us remember, not so much how we answer to others, because sometimes on the outside we may say one thing, on the inside we think something else. But what is critical is that we truly have clearly in our hearts that we were chosen because we were so weak and imperfect. And to reach the point of saying, as St. Catherine Laboure, I was nothing, I knew nothing, and that's why God picked me, it requires real self-knowledge. Let us ask Jesus Christ to guide us steadily to this self-knowledge, knowing everything is grace, and God poured so many gifts upon me so that I can share them with others, saying that if He chose me, then also He chooses you, and then you can receive so many blessings from Him. God bless you, brothers and sisters, as we'll continue this series of the wisdom of the saints.